Genesis chapter 8. And God earnestly remembered Noah and every living thing and all the animals that were with him in the ark. And God made the wind blow over the land, and the waters sank down and abated. Also, the fountains of the deep and the windows of the heavens were closed. The gushing rain from the sky was checked, and the water receded from the land continually. At the end of 150 days, the waters had diminished. On the 17th day of the 7th month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat in Armenia. And the waters continued to diminish until the 10th month. On the first day of the 10th month, the tops of the high hills were seen. At the end of another 40 days, Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made, and sent forth a raven which kept going to and fro until the waters were dried up from the land. Then he sent forth a dove to see if the waters had decreased from the surface of the ground. But the dove found no resting place on which to roost, and she returned to him to the ark, for the waters were yet on the surface of the whole land. So he put forth his hand and drew her to him into the ark. He waited another 7 days and again sent forth the dove out of the ark. And the dove came back to him in the evening, and behold, in her mouth was a newly sprouted and freshly plucked olive leaf. So Noah knew that the waters had subsided from the land. Then he waited another 7 days and sent forth the dove. But she did not return to him any more. In the year 601 of Noah's life, on the first day of the first month, the waters were drying up from the land. And Noah removed the covering of the ark and looked, and behold, the surface of the ground was drying. Possibly overhanging eaves which prevented the rain from coming through the perforated window space had also prevented Noah from seeing the mountain tops. It is well to remember that the architect of Noah's Ark was the omniscient scientist whose ways are past finding out. Though men have learned much from them through the centuries, nothing was lacking in Noah's Ark to keep it from being suited for all that was required of it. The comfortable, light, well-ventilated, watertight, perfectly planned boat, large enough to accommodate all the original land animals intelligently, and to permit the 4 human couples to live separately and in peace, needs no apology today. In 1609, at Hoorn in Holland, the Netherlandish Mennonite P. Jensen produced the vessel after the pattern of the Ark, only smaller, whereby he proved it was well adapted for floating, and would carry a cargo greater by 1/3 than any other form of light cubical content. It revolutionized shipbuilding. By 1900, every large vessel on the high seas was definitely inclined toward the portions of Noah's Ark as verified by Lloyd's Register of Shipping, the World Almanac. Later, ships were built longer for speed, a matter of no concern to Noah. And on the 27th day of the second month, the land was entirely dry. And God spoke to Noah, saying, "Go forth from the ark, you and your wife and your sons and their wives with you. Bring forth every living thing that is with you of all flesh, birds and beasts, and every creeping thing that creeps on the ground, that they may breed abundantly on the land, and be fruitful and multiply upon the earth." And Noah went forth, and his wife, and his sons and their wives with him, after being in the ark 1 year and 10 days. Every beast, every creeping thing, every bird, and whatever moves on the land went forth by families out of the ark. And Noah built an altar to the Lord, and took of every clean 4-footed animal, and of every clean fowl or bird, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. When the Lord smelled the pleasing odor, a scent of satisfaction to his heart, the Lord said to himself, "I will never again curse the ground because of man, for the imagination, the strong desire of man's heart is evil and wicked from his youth. Neither will I ever again smite and destroy every living thing as I have done." While the earth remains, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease. Precious fog, Gigi fog, oi, muito bem, obrigado. 소중한 별 하나님, 소중한 그냥이님, 아멘. God bless us. 알파벳 알고 싶어요. Precious, 네이다, 이크라키, 제트담, Precious, CA Kid Talks, Thank you so much. 감사합니다. We are reading Bible chapter 9. And God pronounced the blessing upon Noah and his sons and said to them, Be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth, and the fear of you and the dread and terror of you shall be upon every beast of the land, every bird of the air, all that creeps upon the ground, and upon all the fish of the sea. They are delivered into your hand. Every moving thing that lives shall be food for you, and as I gave you the green vegetables and plants, I give you everything. But you shall not eat flesh with the life of it, which is the blood. And surely for your lifeblood I will require an accounting from every beast. I will require it, and from man, from every man who spills another's lifeblood, I will require a reckoning. Whoever sheds man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of God he made man. And you be fruitful and multiply, bring forth abundantly on the earth, and multiply on it. Then God spoke to Noah and to his sons with him, saying, Behold, I establish my covenant or pledge with you and with your descendants after you, and with every living creature that is with you, whether the birds, the livestock, or the wild beasts of the earth, along with you, as many as came out of the ark, every animal of the earth. I will establish my covenant or pledge with you. Never again shall all flesh be cut off by the waters of the flood, neither shall there ever again be a flood to destroy the earth and make it corrupt. And God said, This is the token of the covenant, solemn pledge, which I am making between me and you and every living creature that is with you for all future generations. I set my bow, rainbow, in the cloud, and it shall be a token or a sign of a covenant or solemn pledge between me and the earth. And it shall be that when I bring clouds over the earth, and the bow, rainbow, is seen in the clouds, I will earnestly remember my covenant or solemn pledge, which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh. And the waters will no more become a flood to destroy and make all flesh corrupt. When the rainbow is in the clouds, and I look upon it, I will earnestly remember the everlasting covenant or pledge between God and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth. And God said to Noah, "This rainbow is the token or sign of the covenant or solemn pledge which I have established between me and all flesh upon the earth." The sons of Noah who went forth from the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham was the father of Canaan, born later. These are the three sons of Noah, and from them the whole earth was overspread and stocked with inhabitants. And Noah began to cultivate the ground, and he planted a vineyard, and he drank of the wine and became drunk, and he was uncovered and lay naked in his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, glanced at and saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brothers outside. So Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it upon the shoulders of both, and went backward and covered the nakedness of their father, and their faces were backward, and they did not see their father's nakedness. When Noah awoke from his wine and knew the thing which his youngest son had done to him, he exclaimed, "Cursed be Canaan, he shall be the servant of servants to his brethren." The language of Noah here is an actual prophecy and not merely an expression of personal feeling, that Noah placed a curse on his youngest grandchild, Canaan, who would naturally be his favorite, can only be explained on the ground that in the prophetic spirit he saw into the future of the Canaanites. God himself found the delinquency of the Canaanites insufferable and ultimately drove them out or subdued them, and put the descendants of Shem in their place. But Noah's foresight did not yet include the extermination of the Canaanite peoples, for then he would have expressed it differently. He would not merely have called them the servant of servants if he had foreseen their destruction. The form of the expression, therefore, testifies to the great age of the prophecy. He also said, "Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem, and blessed by the Lord, my God, be Shem, and let Canaan be his servant. May God enlarge Japheth, and let him dwell in the tents of Shem, and let Canaan be his servant." And Noah lived after the flood 350 years. All the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. Precious Miller, thank you so much. God bless you too. Precious Rowan, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing this precious moment. I believe God's love and peace and blessings are always with precious you. 소중한 비비아님, 너무 감사합니다. Thank you so much. 보고에서 바뀌었네요. 지금 봤어요. 너무 감사드립니다. 응원. 저도 언제나 소중한 비비안님 응원하고요. 하루하루 건강 잘 챙기시고 하루하루 건강하고 행복하게 지내시기를 진심으로 기도드립니다. 감사합니다. Precious Mike. I thought Precious Miller was you. Oh, thank you so much. 모두 너무 감사드리고요. Wishing you a peaceful, blessed night and day. 평안하고 축복이 가득한 밤 되시길 진심으로 기도합니다. 감사합니다. Thank you so much. Good night. Good sleep. Good day.